I'd like for us now to do a problem that involves more than one operation. Let's suppose that at RCC there are 1,600 students. 1/4 of the students drive cars to school, and 2/5 of the students drive a truck. How many students are left that ride with someone else? In other words, we're saying 1/4 of the students that come here actually drive their own car to school. 2/5 of the students that come actually drive a truck. Everybody else either rides with one of these first students we're talking about or has somebody bring them to school and drop them off. So I want to see how many students actually ride with someone else. Okay, to do that, we've got to examine what information we're given. We're told that 1/4 of the students drive cars to school. Well, one way we might approach the problem is to actually see how many people that would be. So let's see how many people actually drive cars to school. Remember, if we want to find a fraction of something, we have to multiply. So we'd have to take our 1/4 and multiply it by the 1,600. So if we multiply 1/4 by 1,600, let's see what will happen. We'll put a 1 under the 1,600. We can reduce 4 into 4, 1. 4 into 1,600, 400. So we end up with 1 times 400 is 400. 1 times 1 is 1. So 400 over 1 is just 400. So 400 students drive cars. Okay, let's see what it says about the people that drive trucks. Okay, it says 2/5 of the students drive a truck. 2/5 of the students. So again, if we want to find how many people drive a truck, we're looking for the fraction 2/5 of. Of means in this case to multiply because we're finding a fraction of the students. So let's find what 2/5 of the 1,600 is. So we'll put another 1 under our 1,600 and we can reduce here. 5 will go into 5 one time and the 5 will go into 1,600. We probably need to come over here to the side somewhere and do that. Let's do that right up here. 1,600 divided by 5. 5 goes into 16 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 goes into 10 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. We have a 0 left. 5 goes into 0. 0 times 0 times 5 is 0. So it ends up that when we divide 5 into 1,600, it'll go 320 times. So we can put 320 up here when we reduce. And now we've got to multiply 2 times 320. I think we can just do that. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times 3 is 6. So we end up with 640 over 1. So that gives us 640. So 640 people drive trucks. So these are the truck drivers. Okay, so we've got the people that drive cars and the people that drive trucks. Now, we had 1,600 people in all. We've used up 400 people to drive cars, 640 people to drive trucks. So we've got to see how many people we've got left. Left generally means to subtract. So I'm going to have to move up here to give us a little bit more room. Let's see how many people we've already used up. We've used up 400 people and 640 people. So we've used up 140 students already. And if you remember, let's go back and look up here in the problem. In all, there were 1,600 students. So that's what we've got to work with. So we take our total of 1,600 and subtract our 1,040 that we've already used up. So if we subtract 0 from 0, we leave 0. We can't subtract 4 from 0, so we vary from the 6. 4 from 10 leaves 6. And 0 from 5 leaves 5. So we have 560 people left over. These are the ones left. So we have 560 students that ride with someone else. $560 students that ride with someone else. So this was a case where we had to do 2 multiplines to get going, find a fourth of 1,600, see how many people drove cars, find 2/5 of 1,600, see how many people drove trucks, put those two together to get our 1,040, then see how many people that left us with. We took 1,040 from the 1,600 and we had 560 people left over. Okay, I have a practice problem I'd like for you to do. This involves a couple of operations. Your yearly salary is $25,000. You spend 3/10 of it for your house payment. How much is your monthly house payment? After you've copied the problem down, stop the tape. The answer to the practice problem is $625. That would be your monthly house payment. This concludes lesson 13 and our work with application problems that involve fractions.